you got any plans this weekend? I was thinking about going fishing. I could just float you in a koozie right along with me. What do you mean you're scared to be in the water with me? Hey, Davey, what you doing? Hey, Dave. Well, I was trying to get 8-Ball to go fishing with me, but he's scared to be in the water with me. I'd say that inanimate objects got more sense than you do. Well, you're probably right, Dave. Wait a minute. So what do you got going on today, Davey? Well, the little engineer's got me all confused with this program. It's full of all kinds of hashtags. I'm not even sure what to do with this thing. Weird symbols and numbers. What are you talking about, Davey? Well, Dave, I tried looking up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I can't find anything about these hashtags. No, Davey. Macros don't have anything to do with social media hashtags. Macros, you mean really large, like this one? Or this one here? No, that's not it. No, Davey, I didn't mean large as in macro. I meant like a variable in CNC programming, like G-code. A what? Oh, you mean like change. So hold on a minute. Nah, I don't really like this one. No, that's not quite it either. There it is. What do you think, Dave? Kind of matches my outfit. No, how did you do that, Davey? It's easy, Dave. Look, I can do you too. Change it back now. This is weird, even for you, Davey. Come on, man, what is this? All right, fine. I'm not even sure what just happened here, Davey, but I need the little engineer in here to explain this to you. You're creeping me out.
Did someone call for a little engineer?
What's up, little engineer? Davey's confused about that new program you put out with all the macro variables in it.
It's for a family of parts, Davey, so I just made one program.
Well, I just don't know what to do with it.
Dave, didn't you explain what macros are and how to use them?
I tried. It got a little weird. I'm not even sure what happened. I think Dave's just a little bit scared to change.
Dave, I have a crib sheet about this. Just go over it with Davey.
Thanks, little engineer. I'll do my best. Davey, macros are like containers you put things in. You know, you've got a bucket and you take it and you can fill it full of water, you can fill it full of sand, and it holds that for you. And that's the same thing a macro does. It holds a value for you in a CNC program. So for instance, we could use like a pound 510 variable, and that's our part length. And I can use one program to do a whole family of bushings that range from like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch to 1.25 inches. And I just set my tooling up so that I can machine all those different sizes of parts. And all I have to do is change one variable, my part length on a simple bushing, and then now I can machine any part in this family. And I think that's what the little engineer is trying to do for you here, Davey, is set it up so that it's real simple, it's one program, it does the whole family, and we don't have to worry about it. One of the things you got to consider, Davey, is that different controllers handle the variables differently. And so, for example, you know, one controller might use pound 500 to pound 999 for a common variable. Some only limit it to pound 500 to pound 549. So you really got to get into your controller's manual and figure out the machine that you're working with, what exactly that you can use and what's available. But for the example here I'm going to give you today, Davey, is that pound 1 through pound 33 is a local variable and they're not persistent. And so on the machine that you're using today, that's actually not even persistent after the program has executed. So as soon as you hit the M99 or the M30, that variable is going to clear out and go back to a null value. Now, a null value means it's empty. It's not actually zero. It's not some sort of value placed there. It just means the container is empty. It's like you dump the water out of the bucket. And on the controller you're going to use today, the pound 100 through pound 199 variables are executionally persistent. So they'll persist as long as the machine is on and the program is running. But when you turn that machine off, those values go back to null. But the pound 500 through pound 549 on this particular machine, they will stay there even when the machine is powered off. So that's where we put things like our part length and diameters, stuff like that we're tracking that we want to be with this, and when we set that at the top of the program, and it's going to stay with us even if we have a power outage, if the machine turns off in the night and you come back tomorrow, all that stays the same. So a lot of different controllers, and a lot of different machines allow you to also set machine variables. Variables that are above pound 1000 are typically machine variables. That's like our work shift, our offsets, different things that are turned on inside the machine, features that turn on and off. And a lot of companies allow you to change those on the fly. Like you can adjust a work shift after you've ran so many parts, and maybe you're going to index to a different side of the table in a mill, for instance. You run 100 parts and you need to make an offset on a turning tool, and so you set a loop counter and you can do that automatically. And that's what the little engineer is trying to do. Or another thing you can do is use like a while loop to mill a hex on a part. So you're going to index 60 degrees each time, set a variable, add 60 degrees to it, start at a 0, add 60, 120, 180, and that's going to be your index value, as well as tracking where you're at on the hex. And so once you get to 360, we're able to pull out of that and go to the rest of the program, and we've milled a hex on a part. We can use a different variable to set the diameter. And that's really where the power comes in on these types of variables, Davey, is that we can have one program or one set of proven code that we can use over and over again because we designed it right the first time. Hey, boss man! Hey, boss man!
Hey, what are you guys doing?
I was just explaining to Davey how to use macros on a CNC machine. Well, as it turns out, they have nothing to do with social media macros.
You guys get back to work.
Well, Dave, thanks for enlightening me on all this macro stuff. I guess now I can figure these programs for families of parts out the little engineer's doing. Well, Davey, go out and get that job running. Boss man's right. We better get back to work. I'll see you later, Davey. Well, I'll see you later, Dave. I do need to get back to work. See you, Dave. Thanks for helping me set them lights up today, little engineer. Man, it sure is fun messing with Dave.
Well, anytime. I love messing with Dave. He's always fun to mess with because of, well, he's a little bit too serious.
He sure is, little engineer.